Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege, to be here to speak to all of you guys. And I really love, you know, to to speak in a Christian setting, to a Christian outfit. Why do I say that? Because for as long as I've been a lawyer, coming close to some 15 years, I've also doubled up as a motivational speaker. All right. So on every year before COVID, I average about 70 to 80 talks per year. So basically, in Singapore, I think, especially when it comes to the schools, I think I've covered pretty much 99% of them at all levels, except primary school. Primary school, nowadays they start very young. Like primary 6, that time they asked me for a talk. I said, primary 6, what you know? They say, you just come careers fair. I said, primary 6, careers fair. I said, my ani kiasu leh. Primary 6 leh. Then talk about what? No, you're a lawyer, so we invite a pilot, we invite lawyer, doctor. You talk to them about what you do. I say, hey, they're 12 years old, But okay, but nowadays kids are very smart, So you learn a lot from them. 12 years old is like the current 21 years old, All right, they're very, very smart. In fact, they know more about you than you know about yourself. All right. So in terms of secondary schools, covered pretty much many of them. ITEs, covered all of them. Actually, secretly, I have this very weird hobby, I collect one. I'll see, this school, okay, strike off. This school haven't go yet. See whether got chance or not. So over the some coming 15 years, I pretty much covered all the tertiary educations, the universities, the colleges, the polytechnics, the ITEs, secondary schools, most of them, except primary school. Like I said, don't that one too young already, Okay? But for the Christian community, I would say that maybe this is probably one of less than 5 or less than 6. But I love it. You know why? Because I can say anything I want. You know what I mean, right? So the thing is that because usually in those kind of settings now, like school talks, charity talks, government agency talk and all that, you're supposed to keep it circular. So you cannot talk about race, you cannot talk about religion, But many of these stories which I shared, right, my personal transformation journey, there are actually 3 parts. It's a trilogy. So part 1, growing up, yes. Part 2, my professional life as a lawyer. Part 3 only happened 4 years ago. Trilogy. So eventually next time when I publish a book, you don't buy 1, you buy 3. It's a set. Trilogy set. Okay. So I already planned ahead already. Okay, so even if become movie, also 3 parts one. Prequel, sequel, you know what I mean? Like 无间道 like that, Infernal Affairs, part 1, part 2, part 3. All planned sui already. Okay, so very, very circular. So there are things that I cannot talk about. Either of these 3 parts, I kid you not, and I speak with an open heart. Like I said, I told the staff earlier, I never prepare for any of my talks. Never. You don't see any PowerPoint slides. I don't even prepare this, Yeah, maybe I'm a bit lazy. Maybe tech idiot, don't know how to use. No, but I just don't prepare. I think the simple reason being because I want to speak from the heart. I want it to be as real as it can possibly be, And whether is it in Mandarin, whether is it in English, whether is it in Hokkien, I want it to come from the heart. All right? So, coming back, why do I love speaking to a Christian community? Because in all 3 parts, the trilogy of my life, God is in all of them. But I can't say this, right? I say, I turned my life around. Wow, very exciting already, very inspired, But, yeah, then I have to stop it. I said, so I change. So now I do good, I change, then now I can help people, But the missing link, so very 搞味 but 不变 But Christian setting, different, no holds bar. I will tell you how God truly feature. Okay? So, let's begin. Because just now morning, I did a Mandarin session. So, like I said, the trilogy, right? So, I focus a lot more on the part 1, the growing up. And then touch on a little bit on the part 2, part 3. But I think for the English session, the second one, the last one, I'm going to reverse it a little bit. I'm going to go all the way from the latest to the back. Okay? So, we'll start off from what happened 4 years ago. And maybe touch a little bit about part 2 also. Can? Part 1 very boring. 小孩子长大, grow up, then go to this school, then get into bad company, then smoke, drink, 拼醉 and all this. You know what I mean? Some of us here, we also went through that, right? Right. So I tell you, you'll be like, same, I think he okay, I worse, Yeah lah, no point of comparison lah, you know what I mean? So I see some of you are older than me, 吃烟比我吃米多, you know what I mean? Yeah. All I can tell you is this, part one, okay, touch and go, quickly in 1 minute. I grew up in Ang Suan, Bukit Merah, Red Hill. You see, I can see some hits. I can see, No wonder, lor. Gangster Lawyer, yeah, of course. What? Yeah, because the older folks this morning, I tried out, I say, I grew up in Ang Suan. Well, you can see all the Lao Lang Ke, all the old people, Yeah, it's true. Because you tell the older people back in the 80s, 70s, 90s, you say you are from Ang Suan. Straight away, one thing come to the top bubble. Pai Kia. Standard, really, you can test it out. But now, of course, Red Hill, you go, now it's old people. All the gangsters all become very old already. Okay? So last time it's a rough neighborhood. Now it's an old neighborhood. Different already. So it was a very, ask the older, the old generation, they will tell you it's a very rough, it's a very complicated neighborhood. It was one of the earliest neighborhoods in Singapore. Before there was Yishun now, of course. Now, of course, when all the weird things, what thing happened, all Yishun one. Okay, you say Yishun, Yishun. Yeah, must be Yishun one. All happening one. Yishun. Correct? But last time, the narrative was different. No Yishun. Yishun, that time kampong. Last time you say Ang Suan. Wow, Ang Suan, confirm. Pai Kia. Sure problem, all Ang Suan one. So I grew up in Ang Suan. I grew up in a blue-collar family. My father worked as a security guard. He was not educated. He himself was a gangster, tattoos on his body and everything else. So daytime he worked as a security guard. Nighttime he doubled up a job as a bread maker. So basically it's a 面包厂, a bread factory. They supply bread to McDonald's, KFC and all that. So they make the dough. Then my mother was a housewife when we were still young. And then after that, tried to pick up some part-time job to supplement the household income. So opposite our house, there's a JTC factory. So for the older generation, I think this morning what they acknowledge, what they do, they 剪线. You know what is 剪线? Cut thread. So they will go to the factory, right, take all the bundle of t-shirt clothing, right, and to snip off all the loose thread. So one t-shirt you cut 1 cent. Okay, so my mother started like that. So since young, every time I don't know why she will want us to follow. Then we just follow her, push the trolley, go factory, come back. Then as kid, you don't know, you think very fun. Very fun, Yeah, just 剪. But actually, it's a way of earning a living. Yeah. So after that, my mom found a job at Singapore General Hospital as a clerk, and she worked in the admin office and all that. Yeah. So it was in a way, it's your typical blue-collar family. So I think in terms of the standard of living, I would think that we belong to the more lower class. Okay, not really, I would consider poor. So I grew up eating canned food and Maggi mee, standard one. So if you ask me nowadays, I try not to eat canned food. I see Maggi mee, I jing one, I'm like, Miley, because my formative years, I eat these things, I really eat until very scared because those were like your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, All right? And working parents, they are busy earning a living. Then 3 sons, 3 sons, Yeah. So very naughty, And so at a very young age, we were just taught not to aspire, not to dream, but to survive. All right? I think many kids in those kind of environment, right? Essentially, that is the kind of, back in the days, those are the kind of values that are being inculcated. Can study, cannot study, go out, find a job, okay? Find a job already, after that apply HDB, find a partner, marry down. Okay, that is the Singapore life. Perfect. Singapore dream, That was the concept back in the 70s, 80s. Nowadays, kids are very different, Work-life balance. I want to see the world. YOLO, you know what I mean? YOLO. But now, you see, the old people, when I say YOLO, they stone. What was he talking about? But you see, the young people, YOLO, you only live once, Yeah. So survive I did, So obviously, you will know the rest already, Then don't like to study. So PSLE, I passed by 3 marks only. 6 years ago, I did the Facebook post, I went viral. Hey, by the one, this is live streaming, right? I take full credit now for that post that went viral, okay? Subsequently, a lot of copycat. Oh, I also PSLE this grade. I also remember nowadays people say, I PSLE 174. I PSLE. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I started it. Okay? I started the first post using my report book, 183, and I gave a PSLE message. And then it went viral, and subsequently, every year, there will be people doing the same thing. So I started it, okay? Then, so I didn't do well for PSLE. I went to a neighborhood school. Basically, you go neighborhood school, never mind. It's not to study, You go there and think how you survive the day, Because standard one. Not like nowadays, you go school, you cannot bully. Your bully is what? Snapchat, put on Facebook, comment. You see, she's so ugly, Nowadays, your bullying is all like that. It's cyber one. Last time, I think the older folks will know. You go to school. Hey, you play what number? Huh? What number? Follow me, go toilet. Then you gong first thing, go toilet, do what? Just follow. You thought go toilet, do what? Chit-chat, go inside, cannot be turned up. Open your wallet, give me $2. You want to join my number or not? Join my gang. I say, what number, what gang? You just don't ask, just join. Like that. This one protection money. That was the era I grew up in. Alright? So every day you go to school, you really think go there. And because you have a thirst for knowledge. You're there to learn from your teachers. Please lah, mana usikan, mana ueng, right? You go there to survive, to make sure that you don't end up dead, Alright? So after that in school, all this nonsense happening, so O-levels, I didn't do well also. Basically all the C's and D's and the F's. The best part, I can't even go to JC, needless to say. I can't even go to Poly. I can only go to ITE. And people keep laughing. It's the end, ITE, it's the end. Go there, only qualify one course, secretarial course. Because my English at least not bad. Then everybody laugh, Aqua. I say, why? Singapore, you see secretary got male one, meh? Yeah, other countries you see, the secretaries, PA, all these got male one. But Singapore don't have all secretary or female. So I only qualified for secretarial course. Then people laugh, Aqua, Joy, go and become secretary. Okay, never mind. So you see, I grew up with this kind of anger, chips on the shoulder. Then after that, never mind. Okay, so don't know what to do. But that time I start playing rock music, keep my hair long. Yeah. Anyway, this is not to imitate Jesus. No, please. I need to set the record straight, okay? Because some people say, no, you know why he keep his hair long now? Because, he want to look like Jesus. No, that's not true. Looking like Jesus is not a fashion statement. Okay, I'll say this. I keep my hair long is because I was playing a rock band. But as you all know, that time you play rock music, standard one, the things will follow alcohol, womanizing, drugs, all came together. One package one. Right? So everything went out of control. And then got into gang fight, and nonsense. So I started smoking at the age of 12, drinking at 14, gang fight. First gang fight at 16. Then after that, dabbled with drugs, After that, 16, 17, yeah. Then after that, I entered NS. All of us have to go through But I thought actually, since this is live streaming, but not to poor government, but really national service is actually a good thing. It's true. Because at least in my life, I went national service. There was some sanity for 2 years. Go inside, in camp. Work in, work out, shelter provided, food provided, right? Still got salary, alright. So everything taken care of. So it's a very regimented lifestyle. So for those 2 years, I was actually sane. I was actually safe. I was actually healthier. But after NS, that was when things went out of control. So, I was doing odd jobs, no qualification, no working experience, jumping from jobs to jobs. And also, you see, because I failed mathematics since primary 3 until today, that's why I'm a lawyer. You know what I mean? If my mathematics pass, maybe I'm a doctor or engineer. But I'm a lawyer because I failed my mathematics. No, there's some truth in it, by the way. Okay, so I suck at numbers. So what happened? Today earn 4,000, tonight spend 5,000. This is what happens when you fail mathematics. Yeah, because you have no discipline, you don't know what is investment, you don't know what is savings, you don't know what is fiscal management, you don't know any of these concepts. Right? So today I earn 4,000, tonight, everybody come on my treat. Today, I take salary, buy everybody, then drink, womanize, take drugs, high. Then the next thing you know, morning you go to work, right? Hey bro, you owe me 1,000. Huh? Impossible. I pay for everything. Yeah. The bill was 5,000. Huh? My salary was 4,000. So in the same day, right, I spend more than I earn. Okay. So that was really all you need to know about part 1. Okay. Part 1. Yeah. So I think just to maybe connect the story a little bit to transition to part 2 and part 3, I think this is probably the more famous part of the story of part 1, which you all can find on YouTube. You just Google Josephus Tan, part 1, Josephus Tan long hair, Josephus Tan tattoo, Josephus Tan drink alcohol. All your story will come out. Okay, Chinese, YouTube, English, everything also have. Okay, so go and read, okay? But something happened. I almost, killed somebody, right? Because at the height of my alcoholism and depression and suicidal tendencies, right, I was only 22 years old. I almost killed somebody by throwing the person off the balcony. And after that, I was planning to throw myself over the balcony as well. Because from as far as I can remember, at that point in my life, 22 years old, inside my heart, there was a void. I got no purpose. It was very aimless. So I really can't point a finger as to what is missing inside my heart. So, but at that very moment, when I was about to throw somebody off the balcony, that was where, somebody from the side came out, appeared from nowhere and tackled both of us to the ground, pull us to safety, right? And guess who was that person? It's not Jesus. Please, okay, I know this is a Christian setting, but no. Hey, Jesus, in modern day context, just to sidetrack a little bit, Jesus don't just appear, appear in front of you like you see in movies. No. My relationship with God, right, with Jesus, right, it's like play catching one. Every time, it's like hide and seek one, Yeah. You pray, you ask, he's not there one. But he go another way. He will show you in another way. So that's why they always say God works in mysterious ways. Whatever you pray for, I guarantee you, out of 10 times, 9 times won't come true one. Not it won't come true, but it will come in the different way from what you think it would be. You understand? Yeah, so that's my relationship with God. Love-hate one. Always play catching, play hide and seek. So coming back, who was the one who tackled me? My father. My father, non-believer, tattoo, ex-gangster, slapped me. I tried to punch him. Oh, you see, crazy one. Yeah. Oh, by the way, when I'm drunk, I'm very violent. Yeah. But not now. Now I don't drink anymore because later I will go into part 2. Okay, why I don't drink anymore. Okay. So I was at the height of my alcoholic rage. I threw a punch at my father. Then my father just siam. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when you're drunk, don't fight. Because you kwabo double, You can't aim properly lah. Want to fight, make sure you don't drink. Drink, don't fight, okay? Because you confirm will lose. So I threw a punch at my father. I thought it was my father. My father just did this. It just went past him. Then he just gave me one convenient slap. Then I dropped to the floor. Wow, but being hot-blooded, I got up. What, you slapped me? Then I tried another punch. Guess what? He did this one more time. He gave me another slap. See, you always lose. And dropped to the floor. Then I think I cried a little bit, then I knocked out. So after that, when I woke up a few hours later, saw my father sitting in the living room smoking there alone. Wow, I saw carnage, really carnage. I thought I'm not in Singapore, I'm somewhere in some third world country. Well, everything was overturned. Television, sofa, refrigerator, everything overturned. Guess what? Must be my dad, right? I also thought so. I say, hey, Pa, 你疯了是吗? You 笑啊? But guess what? He told me, 你以为是我咩? 是你, it's you, it's not me. I said, me? How come I don't remember? I drink to the point I don't remember any of this, So basically, I was the one who threw everything around. Then, even I thought I knocked out, but I didn't. So I went on a rampage. Okay, so this is the part. Okay, first part of the story, the takeaway, how God came into the picture was this. My father just spoke to me, said, boy, they call me boy lah. They say, boy. I know very hard to imagine because they call me boy, the reason is because I look very boyish. I know that's not true. Okay, but when I was young, yes. They say, boy, like something just possessed him, And I suspect maybe it's God. Okay? Something, all of a sudden, my father, uneducated, he spoke broken English, spoke Malay during those generations, don't really speak Mandarin. He actually asked me some existential questions, I was very shocked. He spoke to me and he said, boy, what is hurting you inside? What is the hurt inside your heart? My father, this is a Lao Bing, ex-gangster, uneducated. He asked me this, what is hurting you inside? Very unusual, right? Wow, I thought, wow, 鬼上身, I possessed or what, no? Then I answered, I said, I don't know. You say, all this while you have been naughty, you have been the disappointment lah, you caused trouble lah, you are to the point of being criminal lah. You know, really, you have done all the bad things in your life lah. And looking at you now, age 22, you're either looking at, you know, killing yourself eventually or dying on the streets or going to prison. That much is clear. So, you want to tell me why so much rage, you know, inside your heart? Why? I said, I don't know. Then he told me this. And this is the part which I think that if you are a non-believer, you will say that, ayah, your imagination lah, coincidence lah, heng one lah. But if you are a believer, I will see this as divine intervention. He said this, boy, have you considered doing something good in your life for once? Something good for yourself? You know, and know what it feels like to be a good person. Do you know how it feels like? And he just stood up. After he asked that question, he stood up. Then suddenly somebody just departed, you know. Because of you, I never sleep. Then he walked back inside his room, he slammed the door. You see, very, very different, right? Suddenly, like, he spoke to me, what is hurting you inside? Then the next thing you know, yeah, whole night never sleep. You know, then, wow, different people, you know. Then I sat down there, I think, yeah, that got me thinking. 22 years old, that really got me thinking. When I saw what happened around me, right, and the person that I beat up, my ex-girlfriend, I beaten up, yeah, that she was the person I wanted to throw, you know, off the balcony. And then it got me thinking. What my father said to me, right, or what he asked me, was a question about free will, was a question about choice. So, all my life has been bad, naughty. How do you know what is good? Basically, your life is one-dimensional, it's one track. You are not being fair to anyone. You are not even fair to yourself. Because you only know bad, mischievous, criminal. But if you try something good, you can choose, right? You know, right, which one you know caters to you more. So that was where what he was driving at. So I don't know, for whatever strange reasons, you know, I just walked to the balcony and I just look up into the sky, you know, at dawn. And I was godless, I was fearless. To me, I'm not even afraid of death. Die, no meaning die lah, better lah, right? To me, I was thinking like that. You know, I don't know whether is there God, is there Buddha, Allah, whatever lah. You know, whoever is up there, I remember, I look up in the sky and I say, whoever is out there listening, if there is ever somebody out there, give me a chance. Take this void away from me. Take this hurt away from me. Give me a chance, whoever you are. I didn't even refer to him as God or Jesus, you know. Because to me, I was already at the verge, you see. That was the end. And guess what? After I said that, right, something just happened. My heart just went light. Like suddenly, the weight just dropped. Just happened like that. Like suddenly, like you become free, you know. You're like, why so light now? So, when I share this story, people will say, you delusional, you know, bro. You watch too many movies, lah, bro. I said, no, lah, come on, I was there, lah. I know what it feels like, lah. Really, there's a difference, lah. I said, maybe the alcohol kick went off, you know what I mean, right? You tan already, ma. I said, no, lah. But I really felt something in my heart. Something just clicked. And thereon was the journey to recovery and self-discovery. That was really the start of my journey with God again, right? I was a Christian, I backslided, I lost my way trying to find Him, and there I was, okay, being put back into the thing again. I always try to run away from God one. Anyway, just to let you know, fun fact, that one is in part 1 of the story. Okay, so I think now I will quickly go into part 2 because of time. Okay, don't want to talk so much about part 1 already. So, long and short of it, I experienced a lot of different miracles along the way. Again, like I said, miracles are not those, ah, then Jesus appeared in front of you. Please, I don't know how Jesus looks like. Don't ask me, okay? People ask me this. Well, so God features strongly in your life. So do you know how he looks like? No? I said, go and Google, Ken. Don't ask me. I have never seen him. Then his voice like what? Is it low tone or high pitch one? Or is it a girl or is it a man? I say, hey friend, I don't know. But you know this kind of thing, I don't know lah. I mean, I don't know about you. My interaction with God is a feeling, a very special feeling which cannot be described by words. Right? And the signs that he show you along the way, right? Non-believers will say it's a coincidence. But I can tell you something. How many coincidences can you have? How many? You think, I tell you, you buy 4D, also you got higher chance of kena, you know. Coincidence in milestones in your life, it's very unusual one. And I see that as God showing you the way. But in a way you couldn't understand then, but you will understand later. Okay? Truth be told, you know, I'm an award-winning lawyer. You know, I know people in powerful places, very rich people, tycoons in Singapore. I rub shoulders with celebrities, you know. But later, did you know, right? Before I started this journey as a professional, as a lawyer, I almost didn't make it because in the UK, life was tough. So I borrowed a bank loan. I went to UK to do my law degree. It was tough. Really, guys, if you haven't been to working overseas or studying overseas, trust me, Singapore is a paradise. Over there, it's not so easy lah. Racism, you know, safety, security, and all that. Crime, you know. So, long and short of it, in my third year, it was a very pressurizing year. Because under the old system, if you studied law overseas, the Singapore requirement is that you must get a second upper class honors law degree. Then you can come back to Singapore to practice. So you know some degree, right? They got classes, first class, second class, upper honors, lower honors, and third class. You want to study law from overseas, can. Come back Singapore, become a lawyer, can. Overseas one, second, upper class. Not easy, Not easy. And then the school regulation says that if in your final year, so first year you fail, you can repeat. Second year you fail, you can repeat. Or you fail one subject, you repeat the subject. But third year, guess what? The school rule says that your final year, graduate already, If you fail one subject, automatic relegation one class. So that means, if you fail one subject, regardless, the rest are all first class, automatic they drop one class to the class below. And you all know, you all do exams, you know, right? Whether pass, fail, you do, you know one. Okay? So, unless you are bluffing yourself, right? So, first paper, okay. Second, okay. Third, not bad. Fourth one, liao, habis. I went through, I came out, I cried. I said, liao, it's by liao. Game over, GG. Why? Because I did the paper, I know I'm going to fail. Then I said, wow, relegate one class. Second miracle happened. So I was walking along the streets. Then I passed by this church. Very, very humble looking church, you know. It's a chapel. The doors were slightly open around evening time. Beside was the casino. So you must be thinking, so he went casino, right? No. I don't think that was God's test, you know, or anything. No, I just randomly walked past. I see casino, you know, was there. Because at night, Angmo countries, only the night spots and the casinos are open. You don't have like Singapore. Hey, can I eat prata? Let's go prata, you know. 2 a.m. can eat something one. Or eat hae mee. England don't have this kind of thing. Yeah? So I saw the church door open. Something just prompted me to go inside. I went in, I saw the crucifix on the wall. Nobody was there. And I just knelt down, you know. And I just looked at the crucifix and I say, God. I say, hey, you play catching with me many years already, right? But you have brought me here. It has been very difficult. Okay? Final already. Make or break, must see this one already. Please, let me pass, okay? Don't let me fail that the last subject, tolong, please, If not, base. I own the bank 150,000, the loan, to go UK. Okay, you need to pay back, I cannot get second upper class means, your degree, is worse than toilet paper. You can tear away, No need to become lawyer. That was the law. Then. Why don't I cry? I say, please, Lord, show mercy, you know, come on. You know, but I promise you. Yeah, actually now, sometimes I regret, honest. You see, and sometimes don't anyhow promise, you know what I mean? Sometimes what you promise will come true one day. Then you got to hold the side of your bargain, you know. So what I promise, I tell God, if you let me pass, you let me get my second upper class and above, I will dedicate the rest of my life to doing your work. To be fair, honest, sometimes I regret, okay? No, so I make that prayer. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Results day. Wow, go and take results. Kanchong, because I know I'm going to fail anyway. Kanchong. Then it's stapled, you know. I quickly run to my director of student affairs. There's this very nice English auntie, 60 over years old. She's like in charge of international students. So she's like my fairy godmother like that. Any problem, all international students will go to her. I went inside her room. No. Oh, hi, Joe. Would you like a cup of tea? You know, standard. English always like to whether want to drink tea or not. They see you kanchong or happy or they ask you, would you like a cup of tea? Standard. It's just like saying hello like that. No. And I said, tea lah. Okay, tea. And I sit down. So, how is it? You know, have you seen your results? I said, no, it's here. What? Pass it to me. Don't be silly. She took the piece of paper. I haven't even opened. She took it. She opened. And guess what? So you must see the reaction. You open, like you play poker card like that. You must see the reaction. Then she opened. I see. She stood up. Expressionless. She came over and gave me a hug. I said, 拜笑了. GG. Open, no reaction, stood up. Came over. I was seated. Give me a hug, you know. I said, wow, this one confirms the consolation one. Confirm. Hug me. Then tap me. It's okay. Wow. Panic. Hug me, no expression, and you say it's okay. Wow, 这拜笑. Confirm. Confirm plus chop, sure fail. Then she added this. You can be so proud of yourself. Your parents will be so proud of you. Then I blur. Like a bit mismatched. Sometimes, maybe some people say something, but they don't mean it, you know what I mean? But comfort you lah, ings you a bit. I don't know. I say, okay, so then she looked at me, you know. Look at your results. I see, I fail. Yeah, you see? Oh, question mark, right? That's why, right? I thought I was taken for a ride, you know. Ings you me, you know what I mean? I failed the subject. Predicted. I know, wow, my heart sank. Then I look at her. I say, Jill. Her name is called Jill. I say, Jill, what do you mean I'll be proud of myself, my parents? I say, I failed, you know. Silly boy. Then she went back. Then she poured the tea. Have a sip of tea first. Let me explain to you. Well, bo sim ting already. Ask me to drink tea, you know. Drink tea. Okay, yeah, what? Yours is a very special case. I say, why? Say the school has never done this, but after that, I think the examiners board, they reconvene a meeting. They say, we look at your case. We noticed that first year, second year, you are not bad, you know. Your grades are good. And even third year, your grades are good, except for this subject. So by right, you know the school rule says that they will drop a grade, right? You should drop to a second lower class. But the school has decided we are still going to give you your second upper class. Why? Because we know all this while you have been consistent only for this subject. And we know your story, we know your background, we know it's not easy for you to be here. We are so proud of you. So you will go back with your second upper class honors degree and be the lawyer that you should be. So coming back, you must be thinking how God featured in this, right? I told you, right? Always play catching one, you know what I mean? Why not that? Please, God, let me pass. You see, God never let you pass, you fail. So you think miracles is like, F become A. No. Hey, nowadays modern God don't do this kind of thing, not like Hollywood. You fail means you fail, okay? How you pray, you can roll, whatever, you will fail. God, very practical one. But God hears you. He hears your heart. And yeah, he heard my promise as well. Fail. But you see, like you go, still let you get a degree, no? Unheard of, I blur. Wow, xiao liao spy. I think God means business, you know. And inside my house, thinking, okay, lor, bo pian, lor, promise already, must do lah. Okay, so going into the part 2, I came back. So, as you heard earlier, Subhas Anandan, the late Subhas Anandan was my pupil master. I'm his last male disciple. Right? After me, there was another few more. But the last one is a girl, my Mei. I'm the last male descendant, right? Under his pupillage. So with him, of course, he specialized. He was renowned for doing crime work. So that was what I specialized in, coincidentally, you know. And also, I think criminal law resonated a lot with me because of my background as well. I grew up in this kind of environment. 杀人放火啦 stealing 啦 cheating 啦 rioting 啦 molest 啦 rape 啦 robbery 啦 murder 啦 So basically, I grew up in this kind of environment. My surroundings are always filled with people or incidents like this. So I'm very used to it. Okay, I know. It's not strange to me. So it blended perfectly. And then, you know, I started my practice. And I told myself, I said, Bo Pian Ma, you promised God already, right? Remember, help people, do my work, don't forget. So as and when, you know, the signal will come, you know. Sometimes you will dream, like, I don't see his face, but I tell you, must help, okay? So yeah, help the underprivileged. So you can read up all about my pro bono cases, you know, the people that I've defended in Singapore, you know, some of them very high profile, you know. But nothing truly tested my faith in God until 2017. You all remember the Annie East case? Any one of you? Go and Google later. But Singaporeans, they always complain, but they forgetful one, right? But 2017, I believe all of you all will be aware of this case. He caused a national uproar. It was a case of 2 husband and wife who tortured and eventually killed a low IQ girl. Oh, you see? All know already, right? It was the case of Annie E. You can Google for it. I defended both husband and wife. They were initially charged for murder. Both of them came from an underprivileged background. Their respective mothers, approached me to ask me for help, and I defended both of them. Subsequently, the murder charge were reduced, and they were convicted on hurt and assault offences. So the girl got 16.5 years imprisonment. The guy got 14 years and 14 strokes. The entire country went wild. Go and Google. What happened? Everybody said, how can be like that? This is murder, you know. It's so low IQ girl. You torture and kill her. Must death penalty. Well, you see, so the public outrage, you know. Online, offline. You know, I've handled controversial cases before. This is nothing to me. I've been accosted by victims' family before. They try to threaten me, pull my jacket, shout at me, call office, you die better lah, death threats, you know. I'm very used to this. In my line of work, par for the course lah. Fair, you can understand their anguish lah. But this one really tested. 4 years ago, it got so bad that when I go to a relative's funeral, nobody talked to me. Until one of my cousins pulled me aside. Hey boy, why you do that case? I said, what do you mean? I said, you all know that I do this kind of cases, wrong? No lah, this one cannot lah. You know. Very bad leh. He said, then I said, I defend rapists, molester, okay. No lah, but this one cannot lah. This one different, you know. Cannot. Wow, then even my family questioned me. Hey boy, why take this case? Everybody asking, you know. Wow, really kena left, right, center, morning till night. I go outside hawker center, tapao chicken rice. Can you believe it? Lunchtime. Uncle, 一包鸡饭. You the lawyer? I say, yeah. No chicken rice for you. I say, why? No lah, you animal one lah. You defend this kind of animal, you same. You same. Low class. You know, you go to hell. I was like, walao, you know so many people around like, all staring at you lunchtime leh. I was like, 走到哪里 like 过街老鼠, they say, you are like the rat crossing the road like that, you know, all the cars coming at you. So old people come up to you. 破街啊你，死得好啊，好似龍啊你，優秀啊，個積啊做積啊。Then you just walk past like, you do pro bono, that means you help them because they're underprivileged, right? So they got a fair sentence, but you get scolded by the entire country. Until, you know, minister got to step out, Law Society president got to step out, and calm the nation, you know, and say, hey, Don't scold the lawyers or don't scold the judge, lah. You know what I mean? Or they are doing what they do. Don't. Singaporeans have petitioned 25,000 or 30,000 signature into the newspaper, asked to re-sentence the case, retrial the case. People write in to complain me and all this. Say take away his license, this one not qualified, online, left, right, center. It tested me. It tested my faith in God. It tested my relationship with God. Because that was where, I asked God, is this what you want me to do? To help. And help I did. But is this what you want me to do? To go through this? I say, can't be right. I mean, I have to admit, I'm imperfect. I'm human, right? I have my frustration. I have my expectations. All right? I'm not perfect, I'm not a god or a saint. And really, this is where I think God comforted me. Okay, and that time I just started my law firm. Well, can you imagine or not? Somewhat we are still doing a bit of renovation. We still, paste the mahjong paper cover. If you ever drive past my office, you will see that there was a very big poster of this picture outside. You know what? When this case happened, I don't know whether I want to remove that picture, Because I scared people know it's a shop, people throw rocks, Ting. So God works in mysterious ways. So we decided, he said, basically have faith, you did the right thing. Okay? Went forward, opened a shop. And I thought that I am probably going to go bankrupt. Nobody will ever come to find me. But guess what? I didn't close down. In fact, within the first year, I flourished. People from all walks of life, they came and attend the grand opening. From gangsters to taukes to community leaders, charity organizations, the poor, the underprivileged. Everybody, about 500 over people turned up that day. And outside people thought that it's the grand opening of the building, Yeah. I received 170 bouquets of flowers. It lined up along the entire stretch of corridor, inside and outside, So people thought the building opening. Yeah, it was very grand. So I again see that as God's way of telling you, don't worry. I won't taunt you one. I tell you do what, you just do, you know what I mean? Pang Sim, go, just do it. And so that was a gratifying point. Okay? And another part of my story where I think God truly tested me was, I think this part I need to touch on it a little bit, was when my father passed away in 2013. So my dad, I told you just now, he saved my life somewhat, right? So on the 13th of February 16th of February 2013, go and Google the newspaper article. That was the national story in Straits Times. It was a featured story, half page, that somewhat propelled my name to national prominence. So it was talking about how my father slept, right? Brought me to my senses. And so that I turn my life around and I can help people, right? So that angle. So with my picture, at a coffee shop, So that article came out on a Saturday. So it was during the Chinese New Year period, just for those, if you can remember, Saturday. So morning I wake up, the phones were ringing, messages were coming, say, wow, bro, congrats, man, sibei yen tao lah, wow, your story very inspiring, da, 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 da. One phone call came in. I saw my mother, I know jialat, xiao. Because that time my father was in our hospital, he was at ICU, multiple cancers. All right, already suffering for 2 years. So my mother called, I know, wow. Usually, phone call morning or night one, 没有好事的啦. Most of the time, pick up. I say, hey, you better come down now. I think your father cannot make it. Wow, then I quickly drive rush down all the way to SGH Block 5, SICU. I run down there. Then I saw that my family, we were all there. Then they saw the group of doctors surrounding my dad resuscitating. Then just shocked. Then after a while, the doctors came out. Say, you the son? I say, yeah, my other brothers are here. So yeah, the sons are here. I say, no. You are the one that appeared in newspaper today, right? I was thinking that, hey, maybe you should tell me about my father's condition, right? Or I was thinking, you want an autograph, is it, or what? Hey, no, you appear in newspaper. I say, yes. By the way, the newspaper now on the table. Your father now in a state of coma. We managed to control, but it doesn't look good for the next few days. You go and do your part as a son. Go in, take the news and read to him. This morning we already saw. We thought we wanted to pass it to him to read so that, he will be encouraged to fight, you see, to live on. But he went into a state of shock. We are trying to resuscitate him. Now the newspaper on the table, go and read to him. So my family, they stayed behind. They let me go in first. I went in. I look at my dad. Coma already, I read out to him. I say, do you know what this article is about? Today is supposed to be a day of celebration. All right? You should be so proud of your son. You should be so proud because now I turn my life around and have helped so many Singaporean lives and foreign lives. Can you hear me? And this is where I realized that actually when they say coma people, they can actually hear you, You know why not? So when I said that and all that, I saw tears flowing down his face, I said, don't die today. Cannot. Chinese New Year. You die, nobody come. Yeah, no, it's true. I actually said that, So he teared. I say, so after the emotional part, better don't die. Chinese New Year. 4th day some more. Songkar, nobody come. Pantan, Okay? Then after that, so transfer to SICU. That was where, we have to do the watch night service, take turn. And then on the very next day, on a Sunday, which is the 17th of February, 2013, he passed away, And on the 18th, which is the Monday, right, was supposed to be his birthday. It all happened during Chinese New Year, all in succession. And when the day when he passed, everybody was crying there. I didn't cry. You know why? Because I was very angry. I was very angry, you got sibei angry. Didn't cry. I tell all my mother, I said, you all go back. Sunday, you all go back. Chinese New Year, go back. Saturday article came out. Sunday died. I signed on the death certificate. Corresponded with the doctor, collected the body from the mortuary, arranged for a funeral parlor, come and take Sunday, Chinese New Year. Have to wait, everything delay. Monday, his birthday. At the funeral. That was where I truly broke. I broke. If you are in my shoe, will you break? You break. Anybody will break. Don't tell me how tough you are. You will break. It happens very quickly, day by day. Ta, ta, ta. I told God, I said, enough lah. I want to break up with you. Really. I tell you, me and God's relationship. I think, first and foremost, I must say, to me, Christianity is not a religion. Christianity is a relationship. Okay? To me, that's how I see God and Jesus. It's a friend to me. It's a personal relationship. I don't see it as a religion. So when I talk to God, it's very impersonal. Sometimes I scold him. Sometimes I nag. Sometimes I complain, So it's a very personal relationship. I told God, enough. No more. No. I do so much for what? Help so many people for what? Famous for what? Famous got money? No money. I do all pro bono what? No money. Famous for what? Helping poor people. Then more poor people come, then I become poorer. Makes sense, right? Yeah, people say, you jin chu me. Of course, I know. I'm famous. But I always ask, famous for what? You famous for helping the poor. Okay. So means what? Means you very rich, I said you fail your maths. Your logic fail. I famous for helping poor people means that more poor people come and find me, right? Means I become poorer, right? How come I famous for helping poor people that I become rich? Hello. Tak jadi, tak match, I told God. I said, enough. Now father die. No money. I don't even know whether I got money pay for the funeral. How? Very angry already. I never cry. I didn't cry until 3 months later. Yeah, that was how angry I was. I was in a state of depression without me knowing. But guess what? God, joker sometimes. Angry. Funeral, 5 days. Chinese New Year. I told you what? Pantan Chinese people won't go. Guess what? First day, second day, third day, fourth day, until Tut Swa, send off. Every day, packed, full house. Everybody turn up. Again, just like my opening, gangsters, professionals, politicians, taukees, underprivileged, handicapped people, people that I've helped before, all showed up on Chinese New Year to pay respect. So I take that as a sign. God telling you, don't worry. You will find comfort. And guess what? Because so many people turn up, you know, you go funeral, usually Chinese tradition, they bao pekim lah, you know. It was enough to cover the entire funeral expense. I told you, right, I pro bono, where got money? But that 5 days, everybody showed up, give enough pekim to cover the entire funeral expenses. This was my relationship with God then. Yeah? So if you ask me, was this a coincidence? Perhaps. But I see it as divine intervention. I see it as God performing the miracles, hearing your heart, but in a different way than you expect it to be. Right? So coming back to the, how much time do I have left? Okay, haven't flashed yet. I'll finish the last part. Okay, part 3. So you will so basically, long and short of it, these are all the crossroads, all the milestones in my life. But the biggest one, the ultimate test, was 4 years ago. I started my law firm 4 years ago in 2017. So that was during the NEE case which I told you about. Well, at the start of it, haven't really truly opened. Well, kena this kind of case, you know. Okay? So 4 years ago, before I even opened the firm, where was I? I owed the bank, a few banks, almost close to $100,000. I was on the brink of bankruptcy. Okay, I was a financial embarrassment. Okay, yeah. But you know, some of you, if you have friends who are lawyers or you're lawyers, you know that if you are bankrupt, automatic, you lose your license, you cannot practice. Okay, so many people don't know. So I was on the brink of bankruptcy. Second, my marriage broke down. One day, my ex-wife just packed up and left. And 6 months later, we divorced. Then I just rented a house, not a house, a room, you know, somewhere in Chinatown area. And I really don't know what to do, right? And my cases are still ongoing, pro bono cases, no money, right? But I was famous, of course. Like I said, famous for helping the poor. Well, I was staying in a room, I starved for 3 days, never eat, no money, right? And guess what? You think the worst, it couldn't get any worse. Wow. God, ultimate joker. One day I woke up, my entire left side of the body frozen, numb. Guess what happened? Stroke coming, right? Well, I know this time around is major already. My head was about to burst, you know. I thought, wow, serious. Quickly dragged myself to the hospital. Admitted A&E. Okay. Went for multiple CT scan, drip medication all down. Because my blood pressure at that time was almost 270 something. You all know, some of you all got high blood one, you all know. Yeah. Normal one for the young ones who don't know, 120/90. Normal. My one was 270 something, 280 something. The top one. Bottom one was also about 200. I was on the verge. So the doctor told me, say, you are just moments away from dying, you know, from getting your major stroke or you look at your reading. So there I was, lying in the hospital bed. Very sick. Alone. You know? Nobody. I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew. I was there. Tears keep streaming down. And that was where I told God, I said, enough lah. Hey, don't keep playing me, leh. You want to play how long? You all know the story of Job? Huh? Take your wife, take your money, take everything, you know. See how strong you are. You know. See whether you die, you know. Really, you know. On the point of bankruptcy, after that, lawyer cannot be. Help people also no need to help. Pocket, no money. No family. Loved ones run away. Stroke. But heng lah, mouse stroke. I know that. Half dead. I say liao lah. I say A&E hospital fees, you know, very expensive. I said, wow, this time really bankrupt. How to pay? I cry, you know. I said, God, cannot like that leh. I said, cannot. 我是人，我不是神, you know. You know, no matter how strong you are, there's a breaking point, and I think this is the breaking point. 4 years ago only. I said, how? Suddenly, as I was crying, lamenting, crying out to God, my phone message came in. Ding. Middle of the night, Ding. I thought, who, right? Maybe spam lah, Hi, this is Joel. I'm your new insurance agent taking over your insurance policy. Tomorrow I'm going overseas, so I catch up with you, introduce myself when I'm back. Anything, you let me know. When I was telling God, how? No more. Don't want. I'm going to go bankrupt, crying. The message came in. Hi, I'm your insurance agent. This is not a product placement for insurance. Okay? And I messaged the girl. I say, hi, I'm in the hospital. Don't worry about it. This is your insurance policy number. I didn't know I bought insurance years ago. I forgot about it. Auto deduct from Giro. So, say, just give the policy, all covered. Huh? And I thought, I don't know whether to believe or not. Maybe God again want to prank you one more time. A prank within the prank, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes like that. So I don't know. Cannot believe already. Next, check out. Gave the policy number. Okay, Mr. Tan, you can go already. Huh? No need to pay. No, you are fully covered by insurance. You see, when I walk out from the hospital, right, suddenly you see, that's where the Hollywood effect comes. You see suddenly the sky very bright. The parting of the clouds, Yeah, like God telling you, I tell you, right, chill, bro, chill. God can never give you a burden which is too heavy until you cannot carry. But you must go through first. Jin tang, almost. Then God will come. He like to play this kind of game, you know what I mean? Then he will come in. Don't worry, bro. Chill. Anyway, that's my experience with him. Always the last minute one. Then he will come in one. But steady lah. He will intercept one. Don't worry. So then there I was, don't know what to do, bro. My friend, he has a pest control company, but he provides pest control on tankers, okay, on ship tankers. So we need to take a small boat, go out to the big boat, climb up the big boat, then go and spray chemical lah. So my friend asked me, I say, bro, I know you famous big time lawyer lah, but you need help or not? Lower down your pride. I say, there's no pride to speak of. What pride, bro? What pride? Half gone already, what pride? Bro, you climb ship with me, Every trip, I give you $100 like that, part-time. Then I say, okay, but you know why not? Another thing people don't know about the legal industry is that you cannot do anything that is unbefitting. So meaning to say, you cannot you are a lawyer, then suddenly you become a bikini model. You cannot disciplinary action. You cannot lower the standing of the profession. So I was thinking, jialat leh. But I thought pest control safe because this one go to tanker. The international tankers, they come, Greeks, Russian, Indians, Chinese nationals, Japanese. Who? They wouldn't know who I am, right? But Singaporeans would know. So I thought, okay, this one can do. So when, then you see unshaven, put the safety helmet, wear the safety vest. Then, because it's 24/7, if you know the industry, marine industry, they in, out, okay? They never see public holiday or Sunday one. They come in, they dock for a few hours, they uploaded, refuel everything, then they go already. Very fast. All right? So I did that. I slept at the pier. I did this for 6 months. Sometimes I don't even go back to the room. I just slept there. And at night when I was cold, so I'm driving the pest control van. My friend lent me from the company. Until now, I'm still driving this van. So in case later you see me, is that him not? He's driving a van. No lah, must tell you first lah. It's really me really his van. It's a pest control van. It's a black color van. Later maybe you'll see it. So basically, you see behind all the barang got my mattress lah, got my slipper lah, my toothbrush lah, everything, including my robe. Lawyers, we have a black robe, right? Right inside. My trophies, my awards. Yeah, you think display? No lah, inside the box. Because at times moved to the small room. So I still remember at one night at Marina South Pier, I was so cold, I went to the booth, I took out the rope. I covered myself. At that moment, I cried. Really, I cried. A lawyer's robe, just like the doctor's robe. It's symbolical. But I use it and cover myself as a blanket at Marina South Pier. Kuka sway, do spot check. Police, Hello? Work pass, work pass. Work pass some more. Work pass. Listen carefully. Work pass means they thought I was a foreigner. La. Work pass, work pass. Huh? Oh. Then I was wearing the construction jumper. Took out IC, pink color one. Then he, oh, zat tio leh. Oh, okay. So what are you doing here? I say, I'm preparing to board. Okay, okay. But so you cannot sleep here. I think down here cannot sleep one. Maybe you can go to the side. Like that. There I was. I told you, right? Award-winning lawyer. Rub shoulders with celebrities. Rub shoulders with politicians. Powerful people. I was at a pier, covering in the rope. Kena spot check. Never mind. It's haipeng. It's haipeng. I tell you, this story I must definitely tell you. Okay? Very infamous haipeng story. Got picture, Xing Ming Re Bao. You go and Google. Me eating the caipeng, classic picture. Came out, front page news, this article. After I left, when I started my law firm, then they featured this story. Auntie, one vegetable, one egg, one chicken wing. Standard, right? Huh? 480. I only got $4. Auntie, remove the chicken wing. You give me another vegetable. Okay, 380. Okay, 380. 20 cents. Correct? That happened all 4 years ago only. I got nothing to hope for, nothing to look forward to. And I told God, I say, is this what you want it to be? Every time like that. But 4 years ago, that was the worst. Everything came together. Everything. No family. Lifelong medication. Bankruptcy. Sleeping on a pier. Money no pocket. Eat cai pong also cannot eat chicken wing. I told God, I said, if this is what you want it to be, I say, I give up already. I don't want to, I say, I don't even want to be a lawyer already. Going to be bankrupt, right? Cannot already, end of story. Then, I tell you again, joker, ultimate joker. We went for OPL. You all know what is OPL? Off-port limits. Off-port limits, it means that basically international waters. International waters, the maritime law shows that means it's like the international, the water, expressway at that. Any tankers on OPL, international water, the highway, cannot stop. So meaning to say, when we approach the tankers, right, nearing, they must coordinate nearing, we must jump. We must jump and grab the rope and climb. Dangerous. Pay a lot more, very dangerous. Per trip, 2 can be 6-7 hours one. Can be 12, 18 hours, to and fro. Pay more. Dangerous. Middle of the night. We went, with my friend. Small boat. Then we saw the tanker coming in. I tell you, this one is really like Moses parting the Red Sea. Really a bit. Suddenly, a big gush of wind came, Then the wave came up, Slammed our small boat into the tanker. Bam! Like that, Then the thing, basically the small and the big boat like that. For 10 minutes in the open sea. Then inside, guess what we are doing? We almost flew out. People got cut, bleed, everything. We grabbed on with our life, dear life, to the rope, to everything, Basically, the water was coming in already, Inside my mind, I was like, game over. That means, go back to the lot, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's time to go back to the lot. Really? Because once you go inside the water, that's the end. The propeller, you get stuck inside. Confirm. But all of a sudden, inside my heart, I was praying. I said, God, is this how it's going to end? When I said that, right, when I asked that question, the wind stopped, Suddenly, the both ships departed a little bit. Calm. Sea-based carry on, I tell you. I said, is this how it's going to end? I was holding on to dear life. Suddenly, the wave just come, Then our small boat managed to maneuver away. Then my friend also outside, grabbing outside, crawl in. I was inside, crawling. Okay or not? I said, wow. It was a close one. My friend is a Taoist. He's a non-believer. Hey, bro, you think Jesus trying to tell you something or not? I kid you not. That was exactly what happened in the conversation. Bro, he said we spoke in Hokkien. Jesus got it gong way. I got it gong way. Say, is it your Jesus want to? Because he's not a believer. Is it your Jesus want to talk to you? I said, talk what? Bro, maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a message telling you that, hey bro, stop this whole pest control thing already. 6 months already. It's time to go back to fulfill your promise. A sign. So my friend, a non-believer say, maybe he's telling you, keep to your promise. Go back now. Go and carry on, be a lawyer. God will settle. Chill, bro. Chill. Settle. Okay? I say, yeah, maybe he's right. I thought, yeah, maybe it's a sign. Didn't die, International waters, Came back. Then after that, I said, but I no money. I mean, how to start a law firm, right? Even small, you need money. Then that was where my friend and another 2 friends said, steady. And the 2 friends I helped before also. Last time pro bono. See? It comes by one circle one. Well, God is great in that sense. They came, they say, how much you need? All pledge. Take the money, open. Take it as a loan. I opened, and I thought maybe open also no business after the NEE case. I thought people think 九头 ma, who will come? Liao lah, buy owe people money some more. Open straight away fail. But guess what? The opening itself, God show you, everybody will turn up. All right? Not only that, I was in debt, right? Within 4 months, I cleared all my debt. And after that, right, within the year, right, I even pay off the loans to all my friends. So in that 1 year, right, 2017 to 2018, everything was cleared. And God continued to bless. He didn't stop there. And that was where, that the story of Job, because you held on to your faith, and God will also be true to his promise. So for the last 4 years, year on year, from a one-man firm, now we have 14 of us. From one small little shop, 200 square feet, maybe half of this stage, we have 7 offices now. Right? All in 4 years. Oh yeah. Yesterday was exactly our 4th year of opening. So you tell me, tell me that these are all coincidences. I don't believe. I don't. I see this as God's faithfulness, his divine intervention, but in mysterious ways. Okay? So really, in conclusion, this is the long and short of it of my trilogy. Of course, there are more details, but I don't have much time. Need to talk about 3 days, 3 nights one, Okay? And also cannot tell you too much. Then next time how to sell my books, right? You know what I mean? Or the pictures, all this. That's why you see, nothing one. Secret. Next time can sell, you know what I mean? And sell already, then donate back to church. Steady one. Okay? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to my session. And really, in conclusion, I just want to say this. In everything in life, I leave you 3 words. Conviction, courage, and compassion must always prevail. Because this is what my God has shown me. Right? Conviction, courage, and compassion. All right? Really, my life is a work in progress. Would I encounter another ship collision? I don't know. Would I gonna another stroke? I don't know. Would I, land myself in another bad situation? I don't know. But one thing I know is that my faith in God will never shake. Because I know that he will prevail. He will show up at the right time, like he always do. Chill, bro. Thank you very much.